course, I've got a cramped space as usual. Nothing new about that. So here we go. See who's here yet. Nobody's here yet. It's gonna be a live video chat show. We're gonna do arts and crafts today. We are going to do an assembly of a mermaid, and we're going to paint the other side of my mailbox. So, with that being said, I'm just about 10 minutes early. We're going to wait and see who comes into the chat room. And while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and share this out to my Facebook group. That would be nice. I'll share it and copy it and go to here, and then I'll go to my groups, and then I'll go to Bethy's Crafty Mixed Media Room, and we're going to put come and watch, come and see, and I'll spell it SEA. I'll capitalize it, SEA. And then I'll hit the paste. Put a play on words there because we're making a mermaid. So let's go back out of there. Keep editing. We want to post it. Post it. And then we can get back over here and get the chat room up and see if there's anybody here yet. Let's see. Becca's here. Howdy ho, ho ho ho. Come on in. We're gonna make a mermaid paper doll tonight. You don't want to miss it. You won't want to miss it. We're gonna goof off and have some fun. Hi Teresa. Hi honey. Let's see here. I've got some brads in here, and these are not all the brads that I have, but this is the only ones I could find. Oh my goodness. I hope there's enough. So let's see. Let's pour them out. And we'll go through these and get rid of the things we don't want. Get rid of the bows. There's little bows in there. Heavens to Betsy. But we want those little things there. Those bows are kind of cute. I think they're sticky backs. They're like flat backs, and I dropped it. And there it is. Let's see if I can show it to you. It's a tiny, 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 tiny little bow. It's a flat back. I have no idea. No idea where it came from. And I got some corner brads. But these are the little brads we're going to use tonight to put our little mermaid together. And they are fiddly. So let's put this part up. I do have some bigger ones, but I'm going to use the littlest ones tonight. I do have some little bit bigger ones over here, and they're cute too. There's hearts and circles. And then I have some of these brads, and these are super big, and they're like buttons, like fabric. There's one ceramic in there, bead-like. But anyway, that's for another day. So anyway, Esther sent me this mermaid, and I cut her out, and I think there's enough for 2 mermaids, but I don't know. I'm just gonna dwell on one. Now this is gonna be her knees. So let's get a brad, and I've already poked the holes with a pokey tool. And these two are stuck together somehow. Let's see if I can get them unstuck. There we go. They're tiny, and they're going to be super fiddly. but I'm going to do it. I'm going to attempt to do it. So this is let's see, this is her knees are smaller than her hips. Believe it or not, I got it into the first try. Then we'll get it into this one. And then we can open it up on the back. Lickety split. Don't talk back. Get on the back. And I gotta, there's usually one bigger, taller than the other, and you can spread them apart. But they're not going to cooperate the way I want. So, I wonder where everybody is tonight. What's going on tonight? Somebody's on. I usually have a few more people that come in. It is the weekend, and it's what? Is it coming up to be a? Is this when's Memorial Day? Is that Monday? Memorial Day? But that now look good. I collared her already, so she can move around. She can flip her tail. Then here's her body. And I think this goes here. Get one more. Can you all hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Yes, okay. Thank you. So, I was on with Becca last night, and it was a lot of fun. There was a nice little crowd, Becca. You did real good at having Friday night with friends. And there was Aaron. Aaron was there, and another Carol was there. And we gotta give our Carols a nickname. We got two Carols. So there's her body, and then her shoulder is going to go up here. It is, and here. I think these two go together. I think these two go together for her upper part of her body. I think. Yeah, it's the weekend, so people probably picnicking and and grilling out and and having some family reunion time. So I know this is going to take me a few minutes to get together because it's so fiddly. I might have to get my tweezers out. And the problem is my nails. Well, there's Miss Jassy. Hi, Jassy. Hi, honey. I swear I poked a hole in that. Did I miss a hole? I must have missed a hole because I don't see it. All right, poke a hole in there. There. That was the problem. And Juju was on. Yes, that's right. Uh, it was really cool. Let's see. I put this on her shoulder. Do we want this on top of that one or that one on top of this one? Now I'm indecisive. I think this goes on top of that one. We can always trade it back around if we decide that it looks better the other way. So here she is. See, she can sit up straight, push her shoulders back, and increase her chest. So we're going to. Oh, now her other arm goes I guess, on the back side of this one. So we want the top part to be the top arm. Is that the deltoid? Hi, View. We're playing with a mermaid tonight. Put that in. Surely now I had that hole there, but it didn't want to go in there very good. Let's try it again. So we're going to put the other arm in on our shoulder, and then we have to put the back arm on for her left side, and then we'll put we'll open that up. Try to open that up. And it's a little bit fiddly. Like that. So she's got her left arm and her right arm, upper arm, and now we're going to put the lower arm on, and the hands are kind of the same. So we'll put this one over here. I hope I got enough brads. I think I will. I think I'll have enough. So, well, hello, Kelsey. Welcome in, Kelsey. Good to see you. We're making a mermaid right now. We're putting a mermaid together. Trying not to break her arm. Her little joints. So come on in. So we'll put that one there. I don't know how I'm doing it with these nails. It's a little fiddly, but if you persevere, you'll make it. All right. I think that'll work. Look at her. Now the rest of her is her hair. She's got hair extensions. There are 2 heads, and there's extra extensions. I got a brush and comb, but there's not extra. I didn't cut out 2 sets of arms. There was just only 1 set of arms, but that's okay. So let's see if I can get all the hair together. They're all labeled. A A is the hibiscus flower. B is her head, and I don't know if I poked a hole in her head or not. I don't think I did. And it goes right there. I know what you're saying, Kelsey. I tell you what, it was given to me, and I was really bad. I did not make a copy of it. And I know that you probably want one, and I bet you a nickel View is wanting one. Yeah, she has her own hair extensions. So let me see if I can get it with Esther, because Esther gifted me this. And I have a website. Wait a minute. I got a website. It's Stella Marigold Art. Look here. It's Etsy under Stella. It's MARIGOLD Art. All one word. Stella Marigold Art. And you know what I was going to do, and I completely forgot. I was going to make one of these girls with darker skin, and and make her hair extensions with darker hair, but I made a mistake and I did all the hair with yellow in it. You would use embroidery floss. I could probably sew this together a little bit better, couldn't I? But no, she's coming along fine. So there's A, B, and then I have this one, L, L, and then there's M. M looks like this one. I think this one's M. And then there's an extension that goes on one of these somewhere else. M, M. Let's see. Do 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 do. And then it has. Where's this one go? This one's next. This one's next, not this one. This one's next. And I didn't finish coloring this one. I'll do some touch-ups on it. Actually, oh. Never mind. This one goes on the tail end of that one. Okay. All right. Then I have J, which is this one. And then K, which is this one. Don't tell me. K. And then N is this one's N, the big one. And then we can open it up. Let me know if that's okay to get it from Etsy. And I'm sorry I did not make a copy. Let me know. Hi everybody, come on in. We're putting together a mermaid. She's a contortionist. She can, she can go every which way. And then this one here has a little tail right there. It's fiddly. You probably could have glued them together. And I think, yeah, this one goes on top of that one. Details, details. We found the shop. Great. Good. I am so sorry. I thought about it after I cut it up. I said, shoot, I should have made a copy. I guess I could take her apart, but it was a cut up paper doll. And there's a story. So after I get her together, I will read you the story. We can all use a story. And let me finish her hair. I didn't get her hair. And I've got the gold pin out. I'm going to put some gold in her hair. And I do have some glitter glue that I could put some stickles, like stickles in her hair. I do have some stickles. It'd be worth it to find them. They're right over here on my left. So anyway, here's all of her hair extensions, and they can go any which way, every which way we want to go. That one needs coloring right there. Just a few little touch-ups. Get the edges. Okay. Look at that. So some of them can come into the front. Isn't she cute? And I colored her. I'm going to finish coloring her, and I could cut her out too and use her. So this is the doll, and there is an extra head, But I don't understand why there's two, why you would put two. Don't think I need her. But I can put her in the doll box. And I have a pattern from a from a mermaid that I made several years ago. And she looks really, really awful in pencil. But when I made her, I'll show you the finished portion. I made her the same way with all the little joints and stuff, and the fins and things. So I did good on making her. I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a lot of work because not only did I have to make the prototype, then I put it all together, and then I took it all apart again to cut to use it as a pattern to make the new one, and then I put this one back together again. It was a lot of work. And there's, I think I said 14 brads in this girl because her hands are out where she could be swimming. Her hands are out, her wrist, and then her elbows and shoulders. And then I've got hair extensions on her pigtails. I gave her hair extensions as well. And that was my original pattern, and she's going to go in the doll box along with the rest of these directions for this doll. And I'll show you. Um, we have to find a spot to put her in the mermaid book. was was View on late last night? I tell you, we we have such a great community. We watch each other day and night. So anyway, I did do work on this last night during Becca's show. And so we're going to go through it and see if there's anything that we can uh, work on and add to this book. But it's pretty much done. It's pretty much done. So I'm going to move my paint. As soon as we finish playing with our mermaid, we will work on the mailbox. I started the mailbox the other day, and oh, I love it. I just love it. So let's just see how we can work um, with our mermaid book. And these are some Happy Mail things that were sent to me that I haven't put in here yet. So I'm going to stick them in the back because they're extra. And I might have to go through and use a little bit of glue on some of these little parts that are sticking out. We'll see if we can't fix it up. I love her. She is so pretty. Esther sent me these mermaids too. So when she comes in, maybe we can ask her to message me a printout. If she messages it to me, I can print it out on my messenger and make copies. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. So so in the first pocket in the front of the book, we've got a couple of tags and some extra paper. And this tag's not finished, so I'm going to take and put some of these in the back for another page. I'm going to say those are extra. And we'll put this tag and this piece of paper in the front pocket with this tag. This one says Dreamer, and this one says Pretty. And the only thing I could put some glitter glue on these two girls, but they're going to go in here right at the moment. And then I made a never ending flip book for my mermaid book. As you can see, it's a never ending song. It goes on and on and on. It's never ending book. And it just opens and opens and opens. And of course, I've got all kinds of little mermaids in there and some fish and they're on both sides of this paper. So I had a lot of fun making that. Uh, yeah, that was fun. So I made a toy to go in our book, and so there's her daddy. Is that her daddy? He's the king of the sea. I'm going to read that to you in just a second. So this is going to go in the front pocket. And I used all kinds of I used a whole book of paper that was this see if I can find it here. I used a lot of these. I used a lot of stuff in here, and I gave a lot of this away too. I gave some of it away. But if anybody, Kelsey, are you going to be making a mermaid book, or are you just going to make the doll? Yep, the printables. Okay. Um, the uh, the printables I got as a present. I got those as a gift. And let's see if I can find something that might have an online name on it from the rest of them. I was gifted the printables, and let me see if I can't found another mermaid. She's not one. I'm looking. Was it part of this? Part of this one, maybe. Part of this one. How about time out scraps? Time out scraps. And this is joggles.com sea life. Joggles.com sea life. I've got a lot of different, it's a combination of stuff. Time out scraps. Then I used this scrapbooking paper called Ocean Blues. I need to maybe I'll make a list for you, and then that way you'll know you got everything. It's a never-ending song. It goes on and on and on. Looking for some scrap paper, and I know I've got some in here because I made up 2 little tablets of it yesterday, like this. Okay, this is what I want. So the things that I used, I'm really organized, aren't I? Hi, Candy and Belinda, Janet. Hello, come in. Ellen, Carol's here. Kelsey's here. Good to see you all. Come in, come in. Now, this is Ocean Blues scrapbook paper. And these were a lot of the pages. And I glued on these. And this is all I have left. I just have a few sheets left. It has, let's see if it has, well, you can see the front. Here's the one with the whales on it. And there was 2 of each. And this was just a water page. And that's all I have left. And they're double-sided. So what they have on one side, they have on the other side. And I might be able to see a few more pages in the book. But there was one with the octopuses and a couple ones with whales. There's a 3 with whales, and then this one's water spots and more water spots in the dark blue, light blue, This is a sea green watery page and a watery page. So there was 5 watery pages and 5 animal pages, and this looks like it has an octopus on it as well, a variety. So that was the paper that I used for my pages. Dropped my pen. So then I had some papers that came from Time Out Scraps. I'm not doing very good tonight. I dropped my pen. I'll get it. Now, here we go. Timeout Scraps. That's all I see of that one. And then this one says Joggles Sea Life. It does have a number. There's a JG40110. That's 3 O's. And then it says Joggles. .com, and it's called Sea Life. It looks like it has two underneath it. Okay, so I got that. I used that. Some of those. Put that away. And then I used the Mermaid Junk Journal Kit. For Scrapbook Lovers Club. Okay, and I've used most of this book in here as well, and I gave some of them away, some of the sheets away, and I do have just some odds and ends left in here. That there's some tags and then a couple of postcards, but I pretty much used everything in here, so I used a lot of that, and then that the paper kit. The timeout scraps and the joggles was a paper uh, kit that somebody gifted me. It was Sharon Reinheimer gifted me, and I've used up just about everything in there. I might have a few more scrappies over there. So let me flip through here and see if there's anything else. And also, I've been collecting for this book for like 2 years. So I have a lot of extra things in here with ephemera that people have sent me. And I live at the beach, so people send me a lot of shells and things all the time. And all of that went into the mermaid book folder. And I wonder where it is. I might have some more stuff in it that I haven't even used yet. This is the mermaid envelope that I put everything in. This is all the extra stuff that I've collected over the past 2 years. Fish. I've got some more. This was a piece of junk mail. I live in Florida, and it's lures. It's a advertisement, and I cut these things up and put them in my book too. I've already cut out 2 for something. So I like a lot of fish. Here were some mermaid stickers. I had the mermaid sticker book. I kept her. I was going to cut her out, but I don't really need her right at the moment. And I printed this out off the internet. Hi, Kellyanne. And this is a seahorse. And I did some resin pouring with the seahorse. And if you haven't seen my resin pouring, let me know and I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done with my resin pour. see, this should go in the book. Somebody sent me that, and somebody sent me that. A napkin that I thought was uh, watery looking. I love that. I'm not sure where I got it from, and we are doing here's some netting. I'm gonna put some of these out. We're gonna use these. I found another sea turtle, and that is a napkin. And this is a jellyfish that I did with a kit, and I believe the kit came from Sharon Lumbar. And I don't know if I'm going to get to use it. I've got too much stuff. I've got sharks. I've got some coral reef. I don't need. I got enough. And there's some more fishies in here. And somebody sent me that. And that was by Sharon. I've got some words in here. And I found some words online and I retyped them over. I retyped the words over. Beach more, worry less, take me to the beach. I love sandy toes. And I'm gonna leave that out so we can put some more words in our book. We're gonna work on the book tonight. And here's some more stickers. I'm gonna try to put all of these in here. I don't think I need any of these at the moment. I don't need her at the moment. Getting down to the bottom here. There's another fish. A surfboard that should go in there. There's some pretty paper. And oh, here's another mermaid picture. This is from Time Out Scraps again. And this is part of the kit that Sharon Reinheimer sent me of the little mermaids bathing. They got shampoo. They're shampooing their hair. That's cute. So I'm going to save her. I'm going to leave these out. And I'm going to put them in the back of my book because we're going to use them tonight. I'm going to try to fill my book up. So I'll put these in the back of the book for safekeeping. There's more in the envelope, so I'm trying to get it all out. I saved this piece of paper because I thought it was pretty. It actually makes a pretty, it's glittery. It makes a pretty mermaid. And I've got some more fabric and some more wood notions. I put some of these on the front of the book. The beach fixes everything. There's a whale's tails, which is a punch out for tabs. And I've been putting tabs in the book. And there's another seashell. Here's some fabric, and that is in the book already. So we'll put it back down in here. There's a stamp. We're going to use that. There's a pink flamingo that I could paint if I wanted to, and an octopus. There's another whale's tail. Here's another mermaid that somebody sent me, and this was made by To Beth by Sharon Reinheimer. It's a die cut from Quick's Mermaid. Quickets, maybe UTS or KETSZ Mermaid. And it's a mermaid die cut in parts. So that's going into the book. Put him back in there. Put that back in there. And put this back in there. So we've been through the whole envelope now. We're going to use these things tonight. And I'm going to put this back in there. And I pretty much have used everything else. Here's some of that paper that I have left over. I might be able to use I made some whale's tails out of it. Let's see how many more whale's tails we need, if we need anything. These are some cutouts and some paper. And I did buy a watercoloring coloring book. Is also I used this in my book. So let me find my pen. It's called Mermaids Magic Painting Book. I got it on Amazon, and it's a coloring book. It comes with a paintbrush, and you take your coloring pages, and when you touch water with a clean wet brush, you activate the ink on your page, and I will demonstrate that. Find a decent paintbrush here. So I've just got some clean water here, and as I go over her mermaid, it's going to be blue. It's just plain water. It's a kitty book, but it's really cute. And then over here, let's see what hers is going to be a different green. Yeah. So you can see the different colors. You paint within the lines, and you get different colors for each of the items. And it's a coloring book. And it comes with a paintbrush, and it's got lots of different pages of coloring in here. And what I did is I colored them, and then I fussy cut the main picture out and put it in my book. And you'll see some of these in there in just a few minutes. So I also used that book to make my journal. And here is I used fabric in my book, and this was from a fabric pack that I bought. It's not 12 by 12, it's more like 10 by 10. And it was some fabric that I bought off of Amazon. And so you can always buy stuff, go to the Dollar Tree and hunt around until you find enough stuff and you can print things out like this. And this is a sand dollar, and I'm gonna do some resin art with that. Oh, and while I'm talking about resin art, and I'm done with that, another little detour. Let's see. Beth is giving me material for my ratchet show tonight. Uh, okay. She's gonna show some of her mermaid stuff last night later on tonight. Is that right? At 9? Yes, yes. But anyway, I know that most of you all have seen my resin art, and we did a class last month. Dana or Becca came to visit Florida, and Dana and I live down here, so we hooked up with Dana. Went and picked Becca up, and then I met him up in Daytona, and we went to we took an art class, and we did this resin art, and this is the one that I did in the class. And it's just drills and beads, and these are just drills without the holes in them, and there's some stained glass on here as well, and then the picture's already behind the frame, and we do all this on top of the glass, and then we pour the resin on to hold it down, and it looks like water all over it, and it's just really cool. So this is going to be hanging on my wall, And then while Becca was still in town, I went over to Dana's house and I made this one, and it's got glass, chips of glass and beads on it. And again, we printed the picture out, we put it behind the picture frame, and on top of the glass, we laid our glass down, and we used a little bit of uh, a glue technique to put to it wouldn't slide all over the place. And then we poured the resin on top of it, and we got the turtle. And then I came home and bought the kit, the resin kit. Okay, and I've been doing. Let's see, I've already given away three. I gave away I gave away a dolphin and a turtle and a seahorse and a seahorse. I think I did two of these, and then anyway, I've given some of them away already. And I this is my favorite, probably my favorite because of the blue. It's all blue. So anyway, this was beach related as well, but that was aside from the mermaid book. But that's just some of the stuff I've been doing in my room in the past couple of months. So I'm going to continue to flip through this book and see if there's any more things that we can make. But again, these are some of the things that I've bought for this book, and then things that I've collected is endless, endless, I say. And we are going to try to find a home for the new mermaid that we just put together. So I think she will go in a pocket or something like this, and then and I can take her out as well. But she's going to go in here somewhere. So this was some happy mail from Jassy, and this page here is this is what's printed on that page. It looks like I have a cluster here, but I don't. I don't have anything on these two pages, so I can easily make a pocket or a belly band. She would go under a belly band really, really nice. So I could put her under a belly band. And I do have some wide lace. Mm-hmm. I do. I have it. I have it. I do. I do. What I do with it. But it's just so much fun to craft and do all these things. I've got this, the rest of this. I can make a belly band out of that, some of that. This came from Becca. Becca sent me this. It was in when she had her D-stash sale. And I'm thinking I'm going to just put this part underneath her. And I'll hot glue the top and the bottom and leave the sides open. So let me cut this. I like that right there. So let me cut this. I've used a lot of this already, and I'm going to cut up each side. Use what you have. And I'm going to cut up this side. And I'm going to cut this off. So that's going to go there. I could do it there or there. I hate to cover that up, but she's got to go in here. So let me turn my hot glue gun on, and I'll hot glue this down, and then we can put her behind it, the mermaid girl. That's what we'll do. And I'm going to take a picture of her real fast before I mess it all up. Is Isn't she lovely? She's lovely, I tell you. So, hi, Belinda. Miss anybody? If you need me or you want something, know something else, type in caps so that I can see what you're asking me because I'll be glad to explain anything and everything. Kelsey thinks my journal is beautiful. You've thought of so many things. I know, and I'm not haven't even finished flipping through it yet because you're going to see more stuff as I flip through it. So thanks everybody for coming in. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. I've been busy. Hi, Jackie. Howdy do. I've scrolled back a little bit. My mouth is getting so dry. I've been talking too much. Okay, so as soon as that gets warmed up, we're going to put her behind the net. And I have some um, gauze, or you can also use cheesecloth. If you find any kind of a gauze or cheesecloth from the grocery store, you can find it, and you take and tear it into some strips, and then you can color some of those cheesecloth and use it for netting and things in the background and put shells in them and stuff. And I love to do that too, but I haven't found my gauze. I think it's in this drawer over here that I can't get open, and I think it's in behind the drawer where it fell down. But I have two packages of it because I couldn't find the first package, so I bought another package. Now I can't find the second package, but I think they're in that drawer. But in the meantime, we're going to use this lace on this page. So we're going to flip through while my hot glue gun is warming up. This is an envelope. It says the voice of the sea speaks to the soul, and you're supposed to fold it up like an envelope. And I didn't glue it together, but I love it, and it's in this pocket. Somebody sent me a magnet paper clip, and it's got this sand feet in the sand footprints in the sand, and so I've got it in my mermaid book. So we have that, and then on this page I've got some more tags, some more pictures that came out of that other mermaid book I had, and I decorated them with some lace. This came from Paint Girly Lori. She sent me this pretty lace, and it looks nautical. So, and I put eyelets in some of my tags and dressed them up with a little bit of a tassel and stuff. And I left those two together to be different. And on the back of this is my other mermaid girl. On the back of my book, I went ahead and put beads on my tassels. I got two tassels on my book. So I did do these last week, and I love them. And they're random blue beads, and I'm a beadaholic. Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Detour. So I showed you the original pattern, and this was my original mermaid, and I've got her tethered to the book, and she's got hair extensions, and she has a belt, and she's got some sequins on her on the paper, and I've had lots of over the past few years, I've had several different scrapbooking books that had these colors in them, and they were ocean colors and things. So I've used a lot of this, and I don't have any more of this paper left. That's how old this one is. And then even this piece has silver sparkles on the paper. And then I had some gold scrapbooking paper, and I made her hair out of the gold paper. So, and I've got her tethered in, and then she sits in the pocket. to keep her safe. And I try to keep the book as thin as I can, but it turned into an alligator. Now here's another one of those paint, the watercolor paint, magic colors, paper, mermaid. Here's some more ephemera that somebody sent me, and I was able to save it and put it in my book. I've got some doilies in here, and I haven't used them. I think there's two there, and I just got them in the pocket for now, but I could put that down on that paper right there, and then put this in the pocket. That would look good. And here's another mermaid that I made. Um, I just made I made it into like 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. This is a four part mermaid, and I used the shape of this one, and I didn't do all of the joints, and I glued her together. But I made her out of that sparkly purple paper that I liked. I had in the folder. So that turned out to be real good. And here's another one of the magic watercolor girls. And I saved all the things around on the page. It had some ocean life, uh, coral and things, and I cut those out and put them on the edges of the book, and just had fun collaging. Dream and color, borrowed from the sea. And this little girl here was a print that I had, and I painted her over here. So I fussy cut her out, and she's on the paper from the book pack, the paper pack, and then I painted her on this scrapbooking paper over here on this page, and tried to. This was my inspiration. Hi Marty. Hi Angela. So type in caps so I can answer your answer any questions you might have. I know I'm going kind of fast. Okay, thank you, View. Uh, Giving you ideas, good. So it's okay to paint in your journal. Now I don't do any writing. I don't write uh, a diary or anything, and I have before, but I'm pretty much a glue book girl, and or painting or arting in my book than I am of just writing and keeping notes. I do better with a list of things to do. So yeah, and so here's the other side of this. This was a pocket somebody sent me in Happy Mail. It was from it looks like LMB, or is it Joyce? I can't remember. I can't read the writing. It looks like LMB, and the only B I can think of is Joyce. Boring is her name. But somebody sent me this, and I'm sorry. It's a loaded pocket trade, and they sent me this pocket, and I put it in there, and then I add some lace to the top of it, and I put something in the pocket that somebody sent me. It says around the world. It's a little art card, and I just put it right here because the oceans go around the world, right? hmm Here's another one of Esther's uh, mermaids. Well, hello there. This is a little tag. It's a paper clip, hidden paper clip, and I don't know if I made it or somebody else made it, but there's a secret message inside. It says I love you. Joe's in the house.
Hi, girls. Howdy.
And so here's another pocket right here. I could put something in, and I've got these little this one here from Sharon. I could put her in here. And then we could take her out to play with her. And this says, the beach fix everything. And I'm going to put it right there. It looks good on that page right there. And I have no problem
Hi,
uh,
Sharon Lombard.
slapping things down in the book. I have no problem. It does not.
Hello,
I
hello.
do not have to rehearse everything.
Hi, Kellyanne.
So I've still got some whale's tails, and I've got this ship stamp to use yet.
Good to see you all here.
So I'm gonna put it right there. So you can save postage stamps, anything with a watery theme. This is Australia stamp. So go through your get you big envelope, go through your closets, and go through your stamps, go through your art books, go through your coloring books, and find what your theme you're looking for. Just saying, that's how I do it. And this is the blue fabric. I put it here. This is a plain page. It needs something.
Hi, Margaret. Hi, baby. How you doing?
So I got a
Doing good
fish,
today?
and I've got a
We all
turtle.
love y'all.
I got a turtle to use, and some netting,
Candy,
and a surfboard.
3222.
and and I think that these little things that I got in Happy Mail, these colorful ones, I think it's art by Marlene.
Hi, Belinda. Hope
So
you're having a good day, hon.
let's uh, let's
We're
use
gonna
the
get a little bit
turtle.
of rain here in a little bit.
You
One
think
of the
you think it's gonna rain?
well, one of the counties around here is gonna get some pretty good
Oh,
deal.
and there's a mermaid right there.
A mermaid.
We'll use it as she's swimming through the water. So if you get something that of your napkin and it's too big and you don't want to use all of it, this is my little trick. You take your wet water brush, just plain water, and you go around the turtle like this, and then you just tear this apart. It comes right apart. The water separates the napkin, and then you can get most of this turtle in here. And I can even do a little bit more here if I wanted to.
Hi,
And we
Candy.
can put this in here just like that. It fits right there. So now I'm going to take my glue stick.
Belinda. Hi, Teresa. Hello, hello.
So, hi Margaret.
Yeah, that's Margaret.
So I'm going to take and put this turtle down here. I don't know. We'll see about that.
Hope y'all's weather's good.
So we're going to put the turtle down here. So napkins is also a good item to use. I am doing um, a napkin trade for the month of June. If anybody wants to participate, all you have to do is send me 5 napkins. Take the backs off of it. It makes the weight goes down. 5 napkins and a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will mail you back 5 different napkins than what you send me. And Margaret has been so kind,
So kind.
and she has donated a lot of the napkins. I've had a few. I bought some too, but mostly Margaret. She's my napkin supplier, and so between me and Margaret, we will be sending out napkins to all of y'all who send me some napkins. And then we're also going to make a napkin flow book.
Napkin flow book.
Yep. All of the napkins are going to go into a flow book where you can put them in and take them out anytime you want. And they're all together and you can flip through them like a book to see what kind of napkins you have to
Wow.
decide what you're going to do next.
Special creation.
So anyway, I thought I would put this mermaid right there, and she's swimming with the turtle.
Oh, that's pretty.
So that's what I want to do.
I
And
tried to
maybe
feed the turtle this morning, but he didn't want no bread and he didn't want no water
where was the turtle?
underneath his house, his tra- uh, garage out back over there in the hole. He's not a hole that big.
Okay. We got wild turtles down here, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put her there, and then we're going to see what we can find something with the sky above, sand below, peace within. I'm just going to use that. I don't have to look any further. Okay. Anytime you make a journal, you got a hard front and a hard back, right? Well, the center of the book will have usually elastic, soft elastic, or soft ribbon for the middle. And I'm going to put this up here. And we are going to make one together in June. We're going to make a flow book. I can't do it tonight, but I will be starting it before June. And then we'll put peace within. And you need to go out there and turn that radio down out there. When I can hear it in the house, it's too loud. Okay?
Okay.
Turn that radio down. I hear it. It's disturbing the peace. I know you can't hear it, but I can.
Okay.
He's got a radio on out there in the garage, and that's fine if he's out there. But if he's not out there, and I can hear it in the house, I know the neighbors can hear it. And they may not want that extra noise. So here we go. Peace within. And then all you have to do next is make sure I get my mermaid down good. Um, I'm just going to take that wet paintbrush, and it's clean. I'm going to rub it onto my ink pad, and I'm just going to make a little bit of color on that white. That stark white is a little too white, so I'm going to put some blue ink on that. I could have inked it up, but I glued it down first, didn't I? So that takes the brightness off of it, right? And I used cobalt blue ink to tone that down with it. So that was easy. And this page is done. And I can still put something here. I could. And I still have my surfboard. I could put my surfboard there just for fun. And I do have a little piece of wax paper. This is still tacky, so I put a little piece of wax paper there. And since my hot glue gun is warm enough, I'll go back to that first page where I was going to glue the other netting down for the other mermaid. So I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to put a, a stripe of glue there for the bottom piece. It's going to be a belly band. And then another one up here for the top. And glue that down. That hot glue gun will hold it real good. And then I have room to put my mermaid in there that we made. Did everybody see the mermaid? Yes. Um, Kellyanne asked me that, and I'm so sorry. I should have a napkin book at my fingertips to show you. And I've made several of them. They're all over the room. That's a napkin book too. Okay, I hit the jackpot. So I got three napkin books right here. So these, it's a hardback, and I've got soft ribbon, real pretty soft ribbon, and I wrapped it around the spine several times. And then this is the hardback book, and inside are the napkins. And you put the napkins underneath the ribbon, the soft ribbon, and you've got a flow book, and you can pull out anytime you want. You can pull these napkins out. So we're going to make one in June, and that's a flow book. We've made them before for paper, and I have done a trade, a flow book trade of paper, and before I never heard of it before, and it was with Aunt Beck, and uh, I mailed a bunch of paper and stuff to my partner, and they mailed me stuff back too. So this is the flow book for the napkins, and I have one for Christmas, one for fall, and I think this is a birthday one underneath me. This one's I don't have this one marked as anything, but this has got birthday paper on it. And I was going to put all birthday napkins in it. So let's see what I've done. I've got several birthday napkins in it, and they're not even underneath the ribbon. I just stuck them in the front. I was in a hurry. But these are birthday napkins. So, so that's fun. That's fun. And again, it's got the soft ribbon wrapped around the spine to use for the inside. That's a napkin flow book. And then I have one here that is rectangled. I used yarn for the spine, and I've got 4 or 5 strands of yarn. I wrapped it loosely, so you can get underneath it without tearing your napkins. And this one is the dinner size napkins, the rectangle napkins. And so you can get in here and you can look at the napkins, what we want to play with. So I play with napkins all the time. And I have a napkin uh, art book that I have nothing but napkins in that I use for art. So this is another great example of a napkin flow book. And then I have the uh, the yarn that I tie it shut with, and it sits over here on my desk at my fingertips, so I can always get a napkin. Okay, but that's for June. Okay, so if anybody wants to play with the napkin swap, send me 5 napkins. I don't care what kind they are. I don't care how big they are. I don't care if they're all alike. It doesn't matter if they're all alike or not. And I will, and me and Margaret and myself will mail you back 5 different napkins for playing the game. So I'm gonna put this little mermaid in here. Get her arms down. She keeps trying to grab. She's grabby. So that's where she's gonna live. And we were back here with the turtle. So I finished that page. That looks good. I like the surfboard. So hi Val. Come on in. Good to see you too. Okay, so here's another page, and this is fabric. And then this doesn't have anything on it, so this fish would look good right there. And then we could put the net down. So let me get my scissors, and I'm going to fussy cut him out a little bit. Cut his fins. Like that.
85 degrees, 7 o'clock.
Outside
Yep.
here?
Yep.
Feels hotter than that.
Well, it does.
What's the temperature on our air conditioner?
I guess
Turn it to 73 or 74. Burn up. So I'm going to put the fish right here. Yeah, I'm hot. I'm sweating. And I'm going to put the netting down. And I'm going to put this whale's tail right there, because this was the last one, and I like to stagger them. So I take and put a little bit of glue here and glue that down. And then go turn the page. I put this there because the napkin might still be wet, damp. And that way the pages won't stick together. And we'll put just a little bit of glue there. And we've got another whale's tail. I've got 3 more of these. And these were made out of my painting papers. And they could have been sent to me as well, but I saw it's something that I might do too. So here I'm going to trim this a little bit and maybe make it jagged, like a fishing net. And make it make it wonky. And really, this is probably a no-no because it's it's an old net that somebody lost on the shipping on the boat, and it's hurting our wildlife. But this is a this is a safe net. It's not a danger net. We'll just say that. So I'll put a little bit of glue down there and a little bit there and a little bit there, and we'll glue that down. A little bit of accent to the book, like that. And I do have some seashells, baby seashells. I could go over there and look for them. I probably know where they are. So here's 2 more pages. And so let's see what we got left here. I've got another napkin. I got another coloring page that somebody sent me. Judy sent me this. Judy Patton, one of our good friends. And there's some more art back here. There's some seashells. I could put some of these seashells on the net. So let's do that. Let's put him down here. And we'll put him over here. And these were gifted to me. They were gifted. And we'll put the starfish on the top. So, just something. Just a little something. Okay. And then on this page, it says, glitter and glamour, be happy. I don't think I'm going to use that. I've got some beachy words to use. These are cute. See what I can make. These are cute. This is art by Marlene, and there's another die cut that somebody sent me, and she could be swimming along. Can you see her? That kind of blends in too much. We might just hang on to her for another page. And these are little punch outs that are just little art cards. And I might be able to use these, just scatter them on the page as decorations. Like that. So let's just put these down. Like this. Like this. And like this. On that page. I love Marlene too. I've looked at her books, but I got plenty right now. I got plenty of Mermaid anyway. So I could still put something down on these two pages. Let's see what I have left over in the back. I've been putting all the leftovers in the back. We still have words. There's another, I got everything. I think I've used everything back there except for this napkin. And I don't want to put it on that page. I still have another uh, whale's tail tag that we're going to put on right there. So you're making art coins, Esther. I have a question. Did you see the mermaid I made out of your mermaid? The mermaid I made out of your mermaid. The mermaid that you mailed me. I finished her. And can you message me? Do you still have her on your computer? Can I can you message me her and let me print her out again? And there's a couple of girls that want a copy of her. Or do you have any more copies? But I put her together at the beginning of the show if you want to look for her. If you want to go back and watch me put her together. I had to put all her joints together. And I saved her in this little netting for safekeeping. And I need to put your name on the back. Let's see what she said. You saw it. Okay, good. Anyway, we were asking, they were asking about her, and I think I found Stella Marigold art from Etsy. Is that where you got her from? If you did, then they can go over there and purchase her. So Lynn finished her star picture in your art book. Let's pick one out right now, Lynn. What page? Can you pick a page for me? So we were going through the back of the book. We did this page, and I can put a date on it if I find my date thingy dingy. Okay, where's it at? Here it is. So today's the 23rd, and we're going to put the date on some of these. We can put the date that we finished them. I like to put the date on things. So we did a couple dates. That's good enough. So we know we can when we look at the book in the future, we can see some of the dates when we did this, and it was going to be the summer of 2026. Okay, so here was some more of those leftovers, and I think I'm good with those. Oh, this was cute. We could put these on a page, and this one along with these. Okay, let's see if we have another page. We do. We've got other pages. Okay, so let me put those right there. All right. So she picks number 17. Okay, I'm almost done with this flip through, and we'll finish this, and then we'll do page 17. So anyway, that looks good. And I think I had one more whale's tail, and I've got another mermaid. I might have to put her on some paper. We could put her on top of the whale. She's swimming with the whale. But I've got another whale's tail. So let's put this on. Right there. And if I don't finish this book tonight, there you go. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, honey. There we go. That's Stella Marigold. Marigold. So on this page, I demonstrated my expand paste, texture paste, and some spackling drywall material that I used through a stencil. On that page, I dropped my glue. I might make it through this book. Oh, it has 4 downloads. Yes, there's a story. I was going to read you a story. I was going to read you a story, the mermaid story by Hans Christian Andersen. So you can't see her there either. I'm looking to see if I can see her on another page. She shows up there. I'm going to put her right there. There we go. And because of the glue, I will put a piece of wax paper on it. So this one needs some words. Beach more, worry less. I love sandy toes and salty kisses. Beach, please. Enjoy the waves. Happiness comes in waves. Let's put this one. Take me to the beach. And I can cut this one out. Okay. Let me put this one down. We'll put it down here. It looks good. Looks good. Beach. I have beach, please. I just typed these up on my computer and printed them out in colored ink. Excuse me. Talking too much. So, beach, please. Uh, beside the sea, by the beautiful sea, by the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Be the sunshine, find adventure, find the art, by the beautiful sea, by the sea, beside the beautiful sea. An ocean breeze puts a mind to ease. All right, this was our texture page demonstration. Here's another girl that we could put another page on. We've got this by Marlene. And we could put these on a page. I suppose that would be just fine for me. We're going to put this up here. And this is a tip in, or the middle of the spine. But we'll put these down. Okay. All right. And we could put something here. Let's put happiness comes in waves. Oops, sorry, I hit you on the head. Sorry. I know that didn't feel good. And we'll put that on our page. And put my pencil back. So we're going to put this up here. Isn't that cute? Simple little page. Okay, she's not going to do page 17 with me. Okay. She's leaving. She's flying the coop. So anyway, we have a few more things back here. Uh, these might be look cute in the water. These are just random words that I've used in the past that I like to use. Be the sunshine. Find the adventure and find the art. All right, that page is complete. Here's another pocket, and I may add some ephemera that has something beachy. It's got a flower on there, but it looked good in that pocket. Here's another mermaid, and I think I've used all these little mermaids that I had running around here. So that's good. And there's another one of those jassy pockets. And here's another empty page. So we still have things to put in our book. Here's another shell, another tag, and some more mermaid pictures that we can see if we want to use them. There's another tag. I did put some glitter on it. It's shiny. And we can always hang it. It's got a hanger. We've got some more pictures we could use. I could also glue it down in the book. Those two look pretty together. So I'm just going to glue these down. And we just have a little bit more left to do, so I think I'll go ahead and quit, and I'll do page 17 in the blue book of the 365, and so short pages are cute to put lace on a short page. I made the other side long, as wide as the book, and this side was the short side of the page because it was only like 8 inches long, and so I made an extending edge. I like doing stuff like that. This is stamps. This is a forever stamp. It's got a dragon on it and water. It says forever. And then this is another universal global stamp off of some Happy Mail, and some other pictures that I had cut out. And then there's some more stamps in here that were on the sheet that I just extras, and I stuck them in this envelope for stamps for the stamp page. And here's another water page. There's another tag we could decorate. Another Happy Mail pocket somebody sent me. It was blue, so it went into the mermaid bag. This is a crab that Dana Yates made me, and it's It's oceany. It's the only orange thing in the book, so it goes in a pocket. This was a ticket that somebody mailed me, or it came in that packet, that print off packet, and then another tag that needs to be finished. So we still got some more work to do in our book. So I imagine another day of working in it. Next week we'll have this book pretty much finished up. I put stickers right here. This was from Kelly Ann, and she doodled this on her channel. She streams on Monday nights. And there's a couple more mermaids. Some more mermaids, another tag, and I put it on with a brad and wrapped it around. Another pocket with some lighthouse paper and some shells. And this is the last page, and it's a page of whales. And there's some more words. These leaves came in some Happy Mail. I've got some extra paper here and another tag, and we can just put these in the pocket back here to use next time. And I'm going to save this. I am going to make some more whale's tails, and there's a couple more pieces of those pretty things that I can put in the pocket as well, leftover things that I can use. So they can go in the extra pocket back here. And then I will put some glue on the edge of that pocket. It didn't stay down very good, so I'll add some glue to this corner. Like that. Okay. I've got another shell. I can put it on the pocket. So that gives you a big idea. I wonder if while I'm in Florida, if I could get a couple of hours with Beth. Yes, I will. I will come and I will meet you. Dana will meet you. We'll meet up with you. Love to. I went and saw Aaron um, up in Daytona Beach last week, and then last month in March, Becca was down here in March, and Dana and I hooked up with Dana, and we had a whole week with her. It was a lot of fun. So I'm going to cut this, and we're going to make some more whale's tails, which are tabs, because they look like whale's tails, I guess. I didn't make it up, somebody else did. But I have a stamp that Jen Wren, this was a gift from Jen Wren back in 24. So let's open it up. And the way you make a whale's tail is you have to go ahead and fold the paper. And then the fold does not get cut when you insert it into the trimmer. So you can make a whale's tail, and it folds. It's already folded. So I don't know how many more I need, but I think I need several. So let's make a few. Easy to punch out. So that's 3. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Oh, I need 11. I need 11 more. I'm not going to get 11 out of this, but I will get three more. Maybe six. I don't think I will. I can get three. I can just get three. But I still have another piece of paper in there. There's Lynn. She come back. So we'll have a few left here for next time to do. So this is not enough to, I don't think it's enough to make a whale's tail. Let's see if it'll fit. I don't think it'll fit. It's not going to fit. Nah, it's not going to be worth it. Okay. So I've got six for next time. And I'm going to stick them in this pocket back here. So next week, next Thursday, I can work on this book next Thursday. And I want to use this water page for some more whale's tails. So we used everything but one page in that book. So I'll put this in the pocket for next time too. Okay, so that's my flip through of the beach book that I did. It is an alligator book, but I can tie it. I've got some strong yarn on here. I can tie it tight and tie a bow so that it sort of lays flat. Not all the way, but it does. And I was afraid that I dropped all those spreads there. Okay, I'll pick them up. Some extra brads. Okay. And this is going to go in the doll box. And this will go in the doll box. And then for the very last thing I'm going to do for the mermaid session is to read you a story. And this is the story. And this story will go in the doll box along with this other stuff that I have extra that will go in the doll box when I get it out here in a little bit, as soon as I find the doll box. So so there are 4 pages. There's 2 pages to cut up, and then one direction page, and then one story page. So here's the story. Lynn, you don't need to ask, okay? They know that you want Happy Meal, but don't beg for it. Don't ask for it, okay? All right, here's the story. The Little Mermaid is a fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen, first published in 1837. In the story, the Little Mermaid is the youngest daughter of a king of the sea. The king has 6 daughters, and each daughter, when she turns 15, is allowed to rise to the surface of the ocean and look upon the world of men. The little mermaid longs for more than anyone else to see the human world. At last, her 15th birthday comes. So she rises to the surface where she witnesses the birthday celebration of the young prince. Enchanted, the mermaid watches the ship all night, but a great storm arises, and the mast, which is the big tall pole in the middle of the ship, it splits and falls overboard, and the prince is flung into the waves. The mermaid rushes to his side and keeps his head above the water all night. In the morning, she takes him to the shore, and hiding in a distance, sees a young girl who finds him. The little mermaid returns to her home, but is very unhappy, and she asks her grandmother if humans will live forever and if they do not suffer in an accident. Her grandmother tells her that yes, humans will die, but you have the immortal souls, and when they die, they go up to heaven. She reminds the little mermaid that mermaids do not have souls, so when they die, they will simply turn into foam on the sea. But says the grandmother, if a human man were to love her and to marry her, then she would gain a soul. More than anything, the little mermaid wants to marry the prince. So she goes to the sea witch, who says she can give the mermaid legs. But the price is high. She will lose her beautiful voice, and every step she takes will feel as if she is walking upon sharp knives. Furthermore, if the prince marries another, the mermaid will die at dawn the next day. If you can bear this, I will help you, says the witch. I will do it, says the mermaid. So the witch cuts off her tongue and gives her a portion to drink. The mermaid swims to the beach near the prince's kingdom, drinks the portion, and faints. When she awakes, the prince has discovered her. He is charmed by her beauty and takes her back to his kingdom. He gives her beautiful clothes and always keeps her by him. Telling her his dreams and hopes, the little mermaid is always in great pain, but she smiles and laughs because she is so happy to be at the prince's side. But the prince is in love with another young woman he saw on the beach after the mermaid saved him, and he finally meets her again, and even the little mermaid has to admit that she is very beautiful and very good. Despairing, the mermaid attends the wedding procession of the festivities that follow. She does not show her sorrows. She dances more beautifully than ever and smiles. That night, her sister visited her, and they have sold their long and lovely hair to the sea witch in order to buy a dagger. If the little mermaid stabs the prince in the heart, she will gain her fish tail back, and she will be able to go home. The little mermaid goes into the wedding chamber and looks at the prince. No, she loves him too much. She cannot kill him, and she throws the dagger deep into the sea and leaps in after it, feeling herself dissolve into the air. But all of a sudden she is surrounded by beautiful, transparent beings. They greeted her with melody voices, and they tell her that the daughter of the air, they tell her that they are the daughters of the air, and they have seen her sacrifice and her love. And because of them, she has joined their ranks. If she travels with them, doing good deeds around the world, she will then win a soul in 300 years, and she will be able to go to heaven. So the little mermaid's story has not ended after all. It goes on in hopes of a more joyful time. Most people are more familiar with the Disney adaptation of this tale than the original story. But the original story has a deeper theme. The happy ending does not come from the mermaid getting what she wants, and neither the prince or his bride are depicted as evil or unworthy just because they happen to love each other. So they got to live. And then Hans Christian Andersen, he was the writer of this story. He knew He knew that we can't always control who we fall in love with. Sometimes we fall in love with people who do not return our love and who are not able to be with us as we wish. For example, they might be married to someone else, but we can control what we do with our feelings. The little mermaid could have killed the prince out of jealousy, but she did not. Instead, she chose to let her love fuel good deeds. She was able to believe that even if she were sad at the present, that she could be happy again in the future. She was a brave little mermaid. The end. So this is going to go into the doll book along with the doll pattern and the extra doll parts and the Little Mermaid paper doll title and the Stella Marigold art. This is all going to go together. And then this is the directions um, on how to put all the pieces together. And I suppose you could use these and draw them again, but I'm not going to do that. And I will put this, I could cut her out and put her in the mermaid book, but I'm going to leave it for the doll book. And this was the original papers that came with the story. So good. You all like the story. Everybody likes a good little story. I'm glad it had a happy ending. So I'm just going to fold her tails up and put her in the middle here, like that. So this will go into the doll book. And there was a little dagger. There was a brush and there was a mirror. And I don't see the mirror. It was here a minute ago. And I emptied those. I spilled those again. Okay, we're going to put them up this time. Well, there. And there was a dagger uh, on the corner of that cutout. There was a dagger. So we're going to hang on to these, and we might use them again Thursday. And then these little brads came from one of these. And it was this one. So we're going to put them in our little storage container. And this will stay in our little Mickey Knacks. That goes in another box. Okay, so now we can do page 17 for Lynn. I think she came back into the room. And I think um, she just has a short attention span. She can't sit still in one place, but she can come back and watch it if she has left the room again. So we're going to do page 17 for her. Oh, look, I love it. It says, and you can do this in your art book. You don't have to have this book. But I'm supposed to be receiving another one of these books. If somebody doesn't have the book, let me know. Message me and let me know. It says fill the page with loops and try different colors. And I will use different mediums. I'll use a pen, and we're going to do circles or loops, loops, loops. That was an ink pen. And then we can do a pencil. All over the page. So that was good. And I'll use another pencil, an orange one. And I can do big, 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 and little loops. Oh, Angela, yes, I can tell you who the seller is. Just a second. Her name is Stella Marigold Art on Etsy. That's her full name, but she on Etsy it's Stella Marigold Art. All one word, Stella Marigold Art. And this was the doll book for the doll page rather, and it was $2. And you get how to assembly. You get 2 pages of parts, and you get a how to put it together, and you get the story. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in the mermaid book for Thursday because we're still not quite finished with the mermaid book. I've given one more week, and then if you're interested in some of the products that I used, and all you have to do is Google it, and you can get stuff. Um, I used Ocean Blues scrapbook paper. I used a printout sheet from Time Out Scraps. Time Out Scraps. I used some printouts from joggles.com called Sea Life. I, I, I bought a book called Mermaid Junk Journal Kit. And then I had a coloring book of Mermaid's Magic Painting Book. If you're interested in uh, some of the things that I used in my mermaid book. And I'm going to put this in the mermaid book so we'll always have it. That would be some good information to leave with the book. And I've been collecting for 2 years for this book. I collected for 2 years, and things were donated to me, and then I bought some things to add to it and add to it, and it blossomed. So here's page 17 in our 365 book, and I am going to put a date at the top of it that we did it. And we can continue to do a few more things. And I also want to take a, a marker and mark the page off that we did this at the front of the book, just for fun. And I can't find it. Here it is. Page 17. And then we can keep a record on what we've done and haven't done. And I'm going to take another pencil and make some more loops. And another collar. There we go. So that was easy to do, and you can do it for as long as you want. No, you can use a cardboard. Yeah, you can use a cereal box, Angie. Um, you can use a recycled book. And the book that I used uh, was uh, a book that I got as a discard book from the library or someplace, yard sale or someplace. And it was this size of a book, and I tore out all of the paper, and I put in my own signatures and paper. There's 3 signatures in this book, and I think there was 10 pages in each. So it's got 30 pages folded in half, which makes 60 pages or 90 pages altogether folded. So that's how I made my book. I will be making a napkin journal book for June, And I will show you again how to make a book in June. And we did this tonight. So let me take a picture of this. Oh, let's try that again. And page 17. If anybody wants to play along, there you go. Okay, we did that. And then the last thing I'm going to do, it's 8 o'clock. I got a half hour. I'm going to paint on my mailbox. So the Thursday night, I started it. So I started it. Let's see if I can get you over here to see it. So this is my mailbox. And I did this side. So now I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. I don't need my hot glue gun. I'm going to turn it off. So I'm going to flip this over to the other side. And I'm going to scoot it up here so you all can see. I did go ahead and paint the white on there to get it dry. This one's got the flag on this side. And I know you're going to be cattywampus, but I can do it this way. And we're going to paint on this side. I had to have a drink. So I'm trying to scoot my mailbox up here as far as I can on the table without causing too much trouble. The more I get up here, the better it is that you all can see. Okay, so I got to put the flag up. And I'm going to have to move my drink. Now we're getting dangerous here. Yeah, you can make a journal out of anything. I have tons and tons of journals, and I can show you Thursday. I can show you some of the books that I've made, and we'll do a whole night on making books or how I made them. And I have a lot of different ones, different styles, and I also have a book that I use, and it's a good book. I like this book. I got it used. It's Making Handmade Books, and it shows you how to make. All of these are different. Every one of these are differently done, and there's 100 ways to bind a book, and I'll show you that again next week. We'll get into that, but tonight I want to paint on my mailbox. That's my plan. So let's see if I can get my drink over here so I don't spill it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I guess I'll put the sun. Yes, Lynn, I've already did page 17. So this is going to be my sun. And I'm going to use a paintbrush. See if you all can see okay. This is the top of it. And I put some clouds up there in blue and white. But we're going to make a big sun on this side. And I'll get some paper here. And we will make a big sun like that. And I live on the East Coast, so my sun rises in the morning. I get the sunrise. So here we go. And then I'm going to do some um, water. That's nice and thick. And I want to put some purple in it. See if that's enough. So this is just going to go back like this. Okay. Okay. Now, um, I am going to add some more blue. What have I got out? I think I dropped some paint on the floor. Okay. This is a green turquoisey. And we will put some water down. Okay. And I think I need some darker blue here. A little bit more of that darker blue, or maybe some, well, let's try some of this random blue. This is chalk blue. Vintage teal is what it says. So I'm going to add a little bit of that on there. See how it works. That's different. And I still think I need some darker blue. Let's go for this one here. This is called Blue Bonnet. A little bit of Blue Bonnet. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then we're going to let this dry. And then on the beach, we're going to use some, we'll try silver on this side. We'll try that and add some brown to it maybe. Okay, we can add some more to that in a little bit. Can you see it? No. Here we go. I'm working on the beach right there, and it's going to be uh, salt and pepper. There's a gray. Because my sand down here in Florida is it's a white sand. It's light. It's like a gray. Uh, the white sand has a lot of uh, dust from the air, and it gives it a gray look versus uh, versus a white, all white. And I could probably find a picture of it, of some of my beach down here. Every now and then when I go to the beach, I like to take pictures and do a video for you. And I haven't been down there for a month. So let's see if I can find an old picture of the beach. This is the beach where I live. This is Joe, and that's the color of my beach. So it's a gray. It's a gray, white, gray. And then of course back in the background is wet. So so I like the gray down here. It's a good representation of the beach. Okay, that was good. So I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to draw some uh, trees. Oops, sorry. You all don't need dry. There we go. So there we go. Everything's better with Bluebonnet on it. That's right. Good night, Ellen. Bye, honey. I'll be getting off here in about a half hour. I'm going to try to get this partially painted. I love the water, by the way. It's got blue and green mixed in with it. It's good. This mailbox bigger than my old one, so my mailman will love it because he won't have to come up to the door so much. Okay, that's pretty good. It's still a little wet, but we'll manage. So now I just need some kind of brown for the tree trunk. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Woo! um, our most of our pollen is pretty much down. It's rained really hard 2 or 3 times this month, and it's knocked down the rest of the pollen. So I can safely say that most of our pollen is over with. It's knocked off. So let's see what we can do. So I got some brown. Trying to get it so you all can see everything. And so we're just going to dive into the brown, and we're going to do 2 palm trees, and just going to do it like this. And then this one can be tilted a little different. Not exactly, but similar. One's up higher than the other, and that's good. So we're going to start off with that. We'll start off with that. And we'll wipe the paint off my brush Dee Dee taught me how to do this. If you wipe your paint off of your brush, it doesn't dirty the water up as quickly. And the water is dirty because I used it last week or last Thursday for the other side of this. That's okay. We're gonna manage. Okay. So Teresa and Angela are singing to us, guys. They're singing. I should have them on with me now so that we could hear them. So there's the brown. Now we're going to get into the leaves of the palms, and I'm going to use some green. It's not going to be exactly like the other side because I'm doing it 2 different times, and I never do anything the same. So just FYI, if anybody wants to know, I don't do it all the same at all. So I'll get 2 or 3 greens. I got this earth green. That'll be good. And then I've got the forest green, the hunter's green. And I think I'm going to start off with it. And I'm going to use a smaller brush. So let's try this brush. I think this is the brush I used for the other side. So we will try this. And I think this one needs a squirt of water in it because it's almost empty and it's like real dry. And I don't remember if I put water in it the other day or not. But we're going to do it again. Put a little bit of squirt a little bit of water in it. Shake that up. Just don't let Rebecca do any singing. Oh, I like it when she sings. She's happy. She's joyful. So here we go. Making a palm tree. Sometimes I paint really, really good, and sometimes I paint and it's really, really bad. Just saying. Sometimes I paint differently. I don't paint the same way every time. This is going to be so much different than the other side. It's just the way it's going to be. And I might have to stand up to get the top because I can't see. Oh, yeah, I'm getting it all over my hands too. Okay. Concentrating. Okay. I'm going to leave that like that. And I hate it that I got paint all over my fingers. It'll wash off in a couple of days. Okay. So that's one shade of green. And I think I'm going to dry it again. Hi, Choo Choo. We're painting the other side of my mailbox. Angela's got a tree in her front yard. Send me a picture of it. I'm not I'm not an artist. I'm a crafter. This is a craft project. People people get mad because they say I'm an artist. Well, I'm not. I am a crafter. Palm trees are my favorite. So I have kind of mastered my palm trees, I will say. I have. I've mastered it. So so let's see if I can't paint another one just like that over here. Angie wants to put coconuts on my tree. We can. We can put coconuts on it. We'll do that at the end. Well, what kind of tree is it, Angela? I'm going to be painting right in here now, so I think you all can see me. So I'm going to try to do another two branches up in here. And I tell you that one trick I can advice I can tell you is get the right kind of brush. Get some baby brushes. Makeup brushes are good. I've got some makeup brushes that are make really good paintings. Um, but there's a lot of people who paint uh, that could paint professionally if they wanted to. Like my quiet corner Carol, she could paint. She could sell. She sells her. She could sell her paintings. Um, of course, Dee Dee. If you watch Dee Dee, she can paint. She's a sketch artist. Mary Altier is a sketch artist. See, now I'm getting too fat on my brush. I'm pushed too hard. So let's see if I can't get the get back to little stuff here. And I tell you something else you can do is I have a book right here that I practice in, and all I do is paint on the pages, and I give the paintings away and I tear them out of the book, and then I don't have anything to show you. But I have a book that I designate for painting if I want to practice, and that would be good in front of the TV. Instead of watching TV and not doing something with your hands, don't let your hands be idle. Do something with your hands and paint. Paint the same picture over and over and over. When you finish it, turn the page and paint it again. Paint a tree. That is a good way to practice. And if you do it in front of the TV, you'll end up doing it without even paying attention to what you're doing, and it'll be natural. It's kind of like doodling. Okay, so I made another green one, and I'm thinking that's good. I think that's good. So let me put that color away. Oh, I can use it for down here. I need a different brush. So I'm just going to wipe this brush off after I get it all over me. And then I'll get another brush, and I already see the one I want to use. So here's a real tiny brush. It's brand new. So I'm going to use it for the rest of my colors. It's hard. It's got glue on it. But anyway, I'm going to take and get into this darker green and see if y'all can see me at the base here. I'm going to be right down here and right down here. And I'm going to make some uh, grass like that. So I've got something growing down there, right? And then I'm going back up to the palm tree part. So I'm done with this dark green. So I'm going to go ahead and use a light green next. And like that. And I'm going to use this green And I'm going to make some more palm leaves. And this little brush is really going to make it look good. But I've got two more shades to put on here before I'm done. I like to do, yeah, Angela, email me a picture, message me a picture of your tree if you don't have a copy of it, and I'll try to paint it for you and show you. I might be able to. I'll do it in a crafty way. It'll be crafty. And if I can't do it, I'll do you a tree the way I think it looks. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I can do that. Yeah, this is looking good. And it is a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it um, in the end. It's worth it. So done that one. Yep. So I did this tree. So now I'm going to do this tree with this same shade. And I'll start up here. And I call this whimsical type painting. It's a whimsical look. It's not really realistic. It's cartoonish looking. And then after I finish painting these uh, palm trees, I'm going to get off. But I think I can stay on a few more minutes without my back complaining too much. It's starting to complain. After about 3 hours, it's about it. And I've been in here since 5 o'clock. So I'm pushing it. I just can't do long hours anymore. But it's not that I don't want to. I have a desire. Okay. They're looking good. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of this in the grass down by the uh, trunk. Just a little hint of color like that. Okay, the sun is coming up, and I need a little bit of yellow back to do a shade of sunlight coming through the water. We can do that. Get the green off my brush. I think that's enough. You see the reflection on the water? Yeah, I did. I see it. So let me get my white back out. And I'm going to put in some waves and some of the ocean highlights. See if I can't put it back down for a little bit. Get you all to see this part. So I'm going to do a little wind white caps. A little bit of white cappies. And then we're going to put some wave action down here. And it's going to be whimsical. A little bit of wavy action there. I think that's good enough. So we'll just leave that at that. Okay, put the lid back on the white. And I want to put another color on my tree. And try this. So we'll just do this, and this will be the last thing I'll do for the night. But it's starting to come to life now. Starting to come to life. Okay. Concentrating. Trying to be consistent. Do the same things here. A little bit of color picks up, makes the trees look fun. Okay. I think that's good. Look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jane. Thank you. It's pink. Yeah, they just look summery. I'm going to get ready to have them done again in another week. I have no idea what color I'm going to go to, but I'm thinking blue, like the pool blue. So that's all I am going to do tonight. I am going to do some sponging technique around the edges of this white so that it's not just a line. Like I did the water, I kind of went out and faded out on the edges, and I kind of like that. So it'll be okay, and I'll put some birds in it next time. And I did those clouds the other day, so that worked out okay. And they're showing up enough on the other side, so I might put another cloud over here. And but that's all I can do tonight. I'm gonna let that dry tonight, and it's just acrylic paint. And again, when I get finished, I will spray this with a ultraviolet protective clear coat. It's a spray from the hardware store, and it's just a clear spray varnish with the ultraviolet protection in it, and it will stay this way for 3 or 4 years on my mailbox. So I'll have to go out and take a picture of the old one to see such a show how bad it looks. But it's got cats on it, cats and palm trees. So I was thinking about putting maybe a little sailboat right there. Hmm. So so hi Andrew, how do you do? He's cooking seal. All right. He likes to cook uh, native animals. The boys bought goose. They shot down some goose for meat and seal for meat. And so I'm sure he's got freezers. He could freeze some of it too. So, but thank you, Esther. Yes, yes. I think it did good. Yeah, I'm going to take good care of my back now, and I'm happy with everything we did. The mermaid book is almost finished. I think I got one more day of the mermaid book before I can hang it up. So I'll take a picture of this one, and it's different than the other side. The I'll show you the other side. I took it the other day. way to the end. It was that was the other one. The trees are closer together, and then this one is further apart. So this one. So yeah, working good. So I'm gonna say goodnight, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Give me a thumbs up and like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. Y'all want to keep your ears open for Carol. Carol reached 1,000 subscribers, and she's going to do a great big giveaway next Wednesday. So you all want to hang out and like and subscribe to her and hit all the notifications so you'll know when she comes on. I think it's going to be 3 o'clock on Wednesday. So I'll say goodnight and see y'all over in Juju's room after Bow, and you. I might catch her. She might come on. So she likes to stream after me, and so I'll see you guys later. Thank you all. Good night. Okay. Put my brush. Clean my brush real good. I think I've got everything closed up. Put that in the glue. And okay, that's it. Good night.